I don't know about you guys, but I haven't been able to sleep since we didn't find out what happened to Alf. Hey guys, it's Phoebe. Welcome to WatchMojo. Today we're counting down our picks for another top 10 TV cliffhangers that remain unresolved. Before we begin, we publish new content every day, so be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. We're looking at TV shows that ended with major plot points left hanging. If you think we missed something, be sure to check out our first list on the topic. Let's get started. Number 10, a relatively important discovery, Bored to Death. Detective series are propelled by big questions that have to get resolved, whether within one episode or over the course of a season. After all, what kind of private detective leaves things hanging? Well, the kind whose series gets cancelled out from underneath them. That's who.
Thank you. But is this firearm have the correct paperwork?
Jesus, I thought you were a private dick, not a Canadian Mountie.
Pity poor Jonathan Ames, writer turned detective, who at the end of season 3 had made a relatively startling discovery, namely that his girlfriend is actually his half-sister.
About my sister. Are you sure you were the only one who provided sperm to the sperm bank? You didn't have any friends help out?
Oh no, it was a solo operation. Almost killed me. I have a strong libido, but not that strong.
Cancelled before this could be explored, or even brought up with his poor sister/lover, viewers were left wondering just where in the hell this relationship would have gone.
Rose? There's something,
What?
Never mind.
Number 9, the big unreveal, the L Word. The L Word broke lots of new ground simply by having a cast whose main characters were lesbians. The fact that it was well written and perfectly cast only added to the excitement around this series. For fans, it almost always delivered over its 6-season run, until it came to the last episode. You see, the overarching plotline of season 6 involved who murdered the character of Jenny Schechter.
You guys changed my life. Wow, you really did.
And I'm never gonna forget you.
The narcissistic prima donna that some loved and some hated.
And I have to digitize it, then I have to go to the Grove, I have to get the editing software, and then I have to go to Sula.
All right, Jen, shush, please.
Unfortunately, the series ended with a no clear killer identified.
You know, I'm afraid this is gonna take a bit longer than we thought. But we'll do whatever you need for us to do.
Apparently, the creators hope to answer this question on a new show. With a sequel series set to premiere in 2019, maybe we'll finally get some answers. Number 8, the future's so bright, FlashForward. Okay, so on this show, one day everyone on Earth has a 2-minute, 17-second blackout, during which they see events happening 6 months in the future. The series then deals with people making sense of and acting on the information they glean from this flash-forward blackout.
In my flash forward, I saw myself saving you. All these months, I thought maybe I failed. I'm really happy that I didn't.
On the last episode of the season, they reached the future date that they had seen, and learned that another flash-forward blackout is about to take place.
The next blackout. I've figured it out, Stan. It's gonna be at 10:14 p.m. Pacific tonight. Call the White House, EBS, and TSB.
And during this one, leading character Mark appears to be caught in an exploding building. Not only is his future left up in the air, but the enticing images of the news flash forward are left unexplained. Number 7, and Baby Makes 3, Lois and Clark, The New Adventures of Superman. This series concentrated on the importance of Superman and Lois Lane as a couple, to the point that they even got married.
Hey, honey, who was it that...
Honey, is this your way of telling me we can have a baby?
Unfortunately, they also learned that parenthood was not meant for them. Something to do with how the Kryptonian blood and DNA and whatever else would prove too much for a fragile Earthling's body.
He told me that Superman's biology and an Earthwoman's are incompatible for reproduction.
But season 4 ended with a little Kryptonian bundle of joy wrapped in a blanket showing up on their doorstep.
Lois and Clark, this child belongs to you.
Where did it come from? Who was it? Was it a friend or foe? A nasty ratings drop brought about cancellation before anyone could find out. Number 6, moving on up, The Event. This series focuses on aliens that came to Earth decades ago. Some were captured, others blended in with the human population. In the final episode, a group of aliens attempts to release a virus that would kill multitudes of humans, but not aliens.
She is planning to release a deadly virus there. So her people can take this planet for themselves.
The plan is foiled, but violent earthquakes suggest that something else may be taking place. Indeed, the virus was intended to be a mercy killing.
Sorry about what?
It's too late.
Now the humans will have to deal with the fact that an entire planet is invading Earth's physical space, causing the destruction. Viewers were left wondering not only what would happen to Earth, but why a human character referred to the new planet as home.
What is it?
Number 5. Oh brother, Kyle XY. So, a teenager wakes up in a forest with no clothes and no memory. Oh yeah, and no belly button. He also couldn't really speak and had to learn things like he was a baby, but he was a really fast learner. The mystery of Kyle and his origins was intriguing, and we assumed Kyle was some sort of creation rather than an actual human.
Jesse and I were in gestation for 16 years. That's what allowed our brains to develop the way they did.
Without all that time, we'd be just like everyone else.
The no belly button was considered a big clue. So when the last episode revealed that the villain Michael Cassidy claimed to be Kyle's brother, things were really thrown into chaos. Alas, cancellation again kept viewers from knowing the truth.
Grace Kingsley, my mother.
What about her?
She's your mother too. I'm your brother.
Number 4. Can you kill a puppet anyway? Alf. Considering it was a pretty lighthearted sitcom, and one with a decidedly whimsical premise, it's surprising to find Alf on this list.
Look, everybody! Willie gave me a stick!
The eponymous Alf, which stood for alien life form, of course, may have looked like a big puppet, but he was really a creature from the planet Melmac. One with a penchant for one-liners even.
Alf calling Australia! Come in, please! Good day! What's the matter, a dingo got your tongue?
Of course, far be it for governments to ever leave lovable aliens alone. Alf was targeted by the Alien Task Force for capture.
Alert LA, tell him to get moving. Oh, and tell him to keep a low profile. We don't want to scare him away. Gentlemen, get ready to go down in history.
It looks like Alf is going to escape, but at the end, the task force has him in their clutches, and the ominous to be continued at the end left no clue as to his fate, unless you consider that Project Alf movie canon. Number 3. Did they all miss? Soap. Although tame by contemporary standards, this spoof of soap operas riled up a lot of feathers in its day. That probably accounts more for its cancellation than the downturn in its ratings. But whatever the reason, the decision to forego a 5th season came at an inopportune time. Jessica's ex-husband Chester wants to kill his son Danny, since Danny has a thing for Chester's new wife Annie. And Jessica can't do anything about it because, well, she's been sentenced to die in front of a firing squad.
Just a minute, let's take a vote here. How many of you really want to shoot me? Raise your hands. See? Not one hand.
Who lived and who died? The world will never know. Although the sound of all those guns going off didn't sound too promising for poor Jessica.
Ready? Aim! Fire!
Number 2. Terminal City to be Terminated. Dark Angel. James Cameron brought a special luster to this TV series, but it still couldn't escape the cancelled before its time curse. Set in a fairly post-apocalyptic world, it followed a group of super soldiers and transgenic beings developed as part of Project Manticore.
It's our flag.
Yeah, because we're going to need a flag when our transhuman drill team is marching down 5th Avenue in the St. Patty's Day parade.
Let's not forget halftime at those Seahawks games.
Hey, cut it out.
The government doesn't want their presence known, but they wish only to live their own lives.
I got a hot flash for you, girlfriend. Me and mine are gonna get out of here right now. Let's go, people. Bip, bip, bip. Go on, take your best shot, frog boy.
By the end of the 2nd season, the soldiers' terminal city was surrounded by the military. It looked like a do-or-die battle was about to begin. Who came out on top? Who survived? What happened next? Go ask James Cameron, if you dare. Before we unveil our number 1 most frustrating pick, you know, the one that keeps you up all night in a cold sweat, wondering what could have been, here are some honorable mentions.
cop. This is John Cooper. Wait, get it all right, hurry up. Come on, man, stay with me. Come on.
This secret of ours has gone too far. We need to tell the truth. We have to tell Margarino who really killed Sam. If you guys won't, then I will.
Number 1, Who's Your Daddy? My Name is Earl. This quirky comedy concerned a sad sack who decides to turn his life around by making up for all the bad things he's done. Naturally, things don't exactly work out as planned, but the character of Earl was hard to resist. The final episode revolved around who was the real father of the boy named Dodge.
You have to tell Dodge the truth.
You think he'll feel better when he finds out his daddy's some random drunk at a Molly Hatchet concert?
You mean Ronnie James Dio? You've always said it was a Ronnie James Dio concert.
The boy's mother confesses it was a man named Little Chubby, but then it turns out that the man she thought was Little Chubby was really Earl.
I wore a skeleton costume to that party.
What? No.
Yep.
No.
Yep.
Earl, did you do me?
But in the course of this, it turns out that the identity of Earl Jr. is now up in the air.
3 DNAs match. That means it's you and the boys, which makes this one mine, and it doesn't match any of those.
What does that mean?
It means I'm not Earl Jr.'s father.
And who that might be was left unanswered, never to be crossed off Big Earl's list. Okay, seriously guys, what did they do to Alf? Thanks for watching. Let us know what you thought in the comments below and check out these videos.